Hello, everybody. This is Dick Botte, and it seems like everybody's doing a review of the Paul McCartney Egypt Station album. So I thought, hey, you know what the heck? I might go ahead and do that. I think I've had enough experience listening to Paul's albums to have a qualified opinion. So here we go. Here it is, Egypt Station. This is the LP. And then this is the DVD. Now, what I'll do is I'm just going to go over all the entire CD or entire album. But also I'm going to talk a little bit about the special Target CD that has 2 extra tracks. So, with that, here we go. So, first you have Opening Station, and that's just like a minute or so, not even a minute, it was 42 seconds. And it's a nice intro. It's different, and I appreciate that. McCartney calls this a concept album, and I think, I don't see it as a concept album, but if that's what he calls it, then so be it, right? So what we have here is the first song, I Don't Know. I don't know. It's a great song. He said that, this was written in response to some bad times that he had. And, he says it's, as a songwriter, it's really easy to do something musically or lyrically to express yourself. And I could see that. And, what's interesting, he says, you write it down in a song because if you can't go up to someone and say, hey, I got crows at my window, dogs at my door. No, it's my pork. But you can't, say, hey, I've got crows at my window and dogs at my door. He's like, what? So anyway, I think it's a good song. It really, at first, when I first heard it, but it really grows on you, and I think it's a good song. The next song is Come On To Me. That's another catchy song. It's not one of my favorites. I don't know why, but it's a really good song. And it's got a hard edge, and so I appreciate that. And I like the drums. And I also like the horns when they come in. So anyway, that's a good song. I like that song. Then you have Happy With You. Not my favorite on the album. It's a quality McCartney song. So, I can't say, nah, it's not a good song. It's a great song. Not one of my favorites, but I think it's kind of revealing because he says that, now that I'm with you, I don't do a lot of these things like getting stoned and drinking too much and staying out all night and things like that. So I think it's a very tender song. It's a good quality song. Not one of my favorites, but still, hey, it's a good song. That's the problem with McCartney's music, is that, even the songs you don't care for are still better than most people's songs. So, it's like, I'll still take that song over many other songs you hear. So anywho, okay. So the next one is Who Cares? That's top notch. That is such an awesome song. I like the heaviness of it. I like the message. I think it's a great song. It's, it's perfect McCartney. Then you got For You. Now, I don't know. When I first heard it, it was like, oh, come on, Paul, why'd you do that? Then he's kind of like saying, well, it's for you, like for you. Really? Really? No. It's a good song. It's a great song. I just, I would be uncomfortable playing it in front of children. And, whether they get it or not, it just is awkward. So, that's just how I am. So, it's a good song. I wish it wasn't, I just want it for you. Because you don't hear, I just want it for you. You could swear you hear the other. Next one is Confidant. Probably my least favorite. Still a great song. Just my least favorite. About his guitar. About his Martin guitar. And he played his Martin guitar. In fact, they all did play Martin during the Wings Over America tour. So he claims that he hadn't played it for a while, and now he is kind of went back to it and said, "Hey, we used to be really good friends, and we haven't been around for a while." People Want Peace. Great song. I like the message. He described it as something that his father told him many years ago when he was younger, and he asked his dad, look, why is there so much war? People like to fight. And his dad, in his infinite wisdom, said, no, son, people want peace. So there you go. Hand in Hand is the perfect wedding song. It's a very nice, it's a beautiful song. Not one of my favorites on it, but it's a beautiful song. It's a quality. I could picture people getting married to this song or playing this song at their wedding. Dominoes, great song. It kind of reminds me of something from the previous album, New. Good song. Back in Brazil is a kooky song. It really grew on me. I think it's kind of different, and I think it's a lot of fun. Do It Now. Awesome. I like the message, and I think whether he's talking to his children, his grandchildren, or all of us, the message there again is awesome. Caesar Rock, that's a groove. And when I first heard it, I thought, eh. And now I dig it. It's just something different. And it's not typical McCartney, but it is. It kind of reminds me of Party Party from the Flowers in the Dirt era. It's a good song. My favorite track is, not Hunt You Down, Despite Repeated Warnings. That song, I always say it's like an epic. It's 7 minutes long. It's got all sorts of tempo changes. The message is awesome. It's about global warming and the deniers of global warming. I think it's one of the best songs he's ever written, in my opinion. Because he's written a lot of songs, so how do you know? The next song is Station 2, and that's just like opening station. It's, the kind of choir and all. And then is the medley, I guess you're going to call it, but it's Hunt You Down. Awesome. One of my favorites. Then Naked, another awesome song. Typical McCartney. And then Sea-Link. And that's just him jamming. And it's called Sea-Link because he's got an orchestra behind him, and it's just, they're playing the C note. Not a $100 bill, but the note C. Straight. And then he's in the key of C playing a guitar solo. That is awesome. Good music. This album, when I first heard it, I thought, well, it's not as good as new. And I've changed my mind. I think every song is awesome. I have songs that aren't my favorite. They're still awesome. Every song is good. There are no throwaways. Here's the unfortunate part. The Target edition has 2 extra tracks. And in my opinion, they're might be the best tracks. One is Get Started, which is awesome. And it sounds like old Beatles. And it's got an awesome drum beat. And then the other song is like, I don't know how to describe it. It reminded me of Jack White a little bit, the vocals. It's called Something for Nothing. And, or I'm sorry, Nothing for Free, Something for Nothing. Nothing for Free. And that is an incredible song. And it's not Something for Nothing. It's Nothing for Free. And the vocals kind of sound like Jack White a little bit, but that's almost my favorite. Besides Despite Repeated Warnings. So there you have it. If you haven't got it yet, get the CD at Target so you have the 2 bonus tracks. Now, he mentioned that there's 10 songs that haven't been released, or they did, that aren't on this record. He said that are good songs. So I've got a feeling, just like he did with New, he's going to put out a special edition, because that's what everybody does now, that has the new songs on it. So be it. I hope he does put that out, because if it's anything like the 2 extra songs on the Target CD, they'll be awesome. other than that, here we go. Egypt Station. Paul, if you're watching this, this is Dick Botte in San Diego. Come see me. We'll have a great time. We'll talk. I've got some ideas for your next album. Seriously, I can help you. Good night. Goodbye for now.